Adam, we're here to talk about your latest film, Adult Children of Divorce.
Yes.
Great title, a comedy,
Yes.
and I believe you are yourself one of the children of divorce.
I am a child of divorce, and thank you for calling me a child.
So, how did that help you kind of get into the mindset of the character for the film?
Well, you know, I grew up with parents on opposite sides of the town and kind of went back and forth. They got along perfectly, and I had an incredibly happy childhood, unlike the character in the movie. But I certainly related to the sort of idea of growing up and not quite knowing what marriage meant to me. Just because, you know, even though it was a completely healthy upbringing, I didn't. The main kind of marriage in my life was broken apart when I was really little. So I sort of related to my character Carter, sort of trying to navigate and come to terms with what it is he actually feels about marriage and whether it's for him or not.
Now, of course, it's very different than maybe some other divorce dramas we've seen, because it was a comedy. It's not like the kind of Kramer versus Kramer tack you're taking here. So how important was that to you to inject that comedy in there?
It was important. I mean, the script was hilarious, so if I couldn't bring comedy to it, I would be failing the script. But I think, you know, I always go back to Flirting with Disaster as the perfect family comedy. Comedy about family, not necessarily appropriate for all members of the family. And I think we were sort of reaching for that sort of feeling with this one, that these people are insane, but we all understand them perfectly because we all know them. So we were kind of, you know, hoping to achieve something similar to that.
Now, as well as yourself, you've got a great cast in there. There's Jessica Alba, isn't there? There's Jane Lynch, who you've worked with on Party Down, of course, with Glee as well. You've got Amy Poehle in there as well, who, of course, you've worked with also on Parks and Rec. I'm feeling there's a theme here.
Yeah. We were lucky to get all these great people to do, and Richard Jenkins, whom I worked with on Step Brothers, he's just so amazing. So we were so lucky to get all these people, and they certainly make me look better, so I'm all for it.
Now, we mentioned Amy there, of course, as I said, you worked together on Parks and Rec, and of course we've seen him in season 5. Mm-hmm. You've got engaged, you've got married. How's that been? Great.
It was great. It was such a happy occasion. It felt like a real wedding. I mean, even though it's fake, you put up a little thing, everyone has flowers, you exchange vows, and everyone's crying. Even though it's a fake wedding, we all were totally crying, and it was wonderful. It was a great day.
Now, I'm hoping that there aren't going to be children of divorce for Ben and Leslie. What do you think the future holds for them?
Oh, I don't think these two will ever. You can't pry them apart. They were made for each other.
Kids in the future, then?
I don't know. That would be great. I have no idea.
Will we have a season 6? That's what everyone wants to know.
I hope so. It would be a huge bummer if there was not a season 6. Yeah.
What would you like to see happen?
You know, I kind of just always leave that in the writers' hands, because they're a perfect group of writers, and they always come up with the best. Anything I think of, their ideas are way better.
They are fantastic, aren't they? And you're also working on something else at the moment, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Also a great cast in that as well. What's that like?
It's great. I haven't seen it yet, but the little bits I have seen are pretty incredible. It comes out Christmas Day. I don't know if it comes out Christmas Day over here, but yeah, it's Ben Stiller, Kristen Wiig, Sean Penn, Shirley MacLaine, Catherine Hahn. Just this great cast. Patton Oswalt's in it. I think it's going to be a great movie.
And we talked about how you were kind of related in a way to your character in A.C.O.D. Do you relate in any way to that kind of Walter Mitty character? And that's not your character in it, but the kind of daydreamer. Are you a daydreamer?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. When I was a kid, my family all called me Space Cadet because I was always just off in another world. So yeah, that's why I found the script for Walter Mitty so moving and lovely. It's because I directly related to it.
We look forward to all the projects and loads of luck with A.C.O.D. Great film, really funny. Great to meet you.
Thank you very much.